Hey everybody, so today we're talking about Overwatch, what updates are coming out in the near future and what's going on behind the scenes for the rest of the year, or at least till the end of the summer. We'll start off with talking about some of the PTR stuff, which is PC only, but this usually is the indication of what we're getting in consoles. They do something on PC, in the public testing realms, and then it usually comes through. The two notable things are Ana and McCree. Ana's actually been buffed while McCree's kind of been nerfed again a little bit. He's still stronger than he was at the vanilla release of the game, but he's actually been nerfed again after this recent patch where he's insanely good. But anyway, we'll start with Ana. The Biotic rifle fire rate has been increased by 20% and her magazine size has been increased from 8 to 10. As for McCree, his primary fire damage fall off rate has been decreased by 10 meters. His Fan the Hammer, that's the alternative fire, rate of fire of that has been increased by 15%, and also his flashbang recovery time has been decreased from 0.5 to 0.35. So they're the things that are actually in the PC PTR version right now, so we will be looking at some of those coming over to the console, or a variant of it maybe. Now we're going to get into the things that we kind of know that are definitely coming. The return of competitive play, obviously it's going to go away shortly and Season 2 will be rolled out. And they've been looking at a lot of changes. Obviously in Season 1 they changed little bits, in the consoles especially they only changed a little bits, taking the time down in overtime and stuff like that. Now it's going to be, there is no sudden death in Season 2. They're looking into the emphasis on skill. It's going to be less of kind of a grind that people thought, or easy for some people who have a 6-man squad who can just trailblaze all the way through it to be top 500. It's going to be a little bit more skill orientated with shorter games now, so Season 2 could be far better than Season 1, but I think it'll still take a couple of seasons deep for us to really feel that competitive mode is really good. Moving over to the new heroes, which everyone's always excited about, there's definitely a whole batch of them in the pipeline working up. Some of them might never make it, some of them might get thrown back a bit longer and we get a different hero than what we expected, but the most notable one that everyone's expecting next would be Sombra. With the amount of Easter eggs in the game, if you look on YouTube there's some great videos. Apparently there's a whole load of like a breadcrumb trail, if you will, going on right now, where at the end of like community updates, at the end of some of the animated shorts, there's like codes and stuff, and she's actually saying stuff, or whoever it is, Sombra's actually saying stuff, and it is very hacky orientated, so could be a really cool addition to the hero roster to have more hacky kind of character. But I'm just worried that it might be a support. We've already had one new support character and I'd like a new tank or something like that, but we will see. Now for something that's maybe a little bit closer to actually coming to us than a new character would be the new maps. I've heard one source saying that there's 4 new maps in the pipeline, and they might even release them all like together for the play modes, for the game mode, sorry. But also other people saying there's one new map that's particularly active in their studios. Now they're playing it all the time, they're testing it. What they said about it was that the sight lines are kind of fucked up and it's more for ranged characters, so someone like Reaper wouldn't really have a good time on this level. So that will hopefully be coming soon. A new map would be awesome in this game, you know, and you know how beautiful the maps are as well, so I would love to see what Easter eggs they've got in it and stuff like that. And finally, for the really incoming stuff that should be out August, which is this month, is the first batch of new skins. Now, I'm thinking like 2 skins for each person doesn't seem that much, but with the amount of heroes they've got, 2 new epic skins would be pretty cool, and I look forward to that at the mid-August or something. So I've got PCGamesN.com up, and they're talking about stuff that will be coming in the future, so we're going to move on to that. All the fun stuff's done. Now it's all the kind of quality of life tweaks and that. We're just going to have kind of a chat about it. I'm just going to scroll through, might be a bit of a mess, but let's try it. So, first up we've got custom game tweaks, and it's stuff like the option to turn off kicking for inactivity, ability to switch teams in the lobby instead of backing out and restarting the game, options to change who is the lobby moderator. Just a lot of fun stuff like that to make custom games more appealing to people, like get another squad together and go in there, you'll gain XP, and just wanting to make it better. Probably along with that there'll be spectator mode improvements, which is much needed. Moving on, we've got a pre-made group indicator, which is in competitive mode right now, but in casual mode there is nothing like that, so it would be nice to be able to know when you're against a 6-person squad, so you can know if you're going to get obliterated if you're in the solo queue. Alerts for when targets are immune to healing, which we need right now with Ana being there and her grenade. There is a way to tell, I suppose. You can see the people and you know that you can't heal them, especially if you're a Mercy, but it's not kind of obvious right now. It's a very small thing, so to make it a little bit more, you can't heal these people right now, try and defend in another way would be good. Play of the game improvements is here, which when the game was released I felt like there were some pretty good plays of the games that usually picked up on the big kill streaks and stuff, and nowadays it seems more and more it's one kill. I don't know if everyone else has found that, one kill in the play of the game. It's very strange. It might be because that's actually a pivot point, like that one kill really impacted the game, but it didn't look very cinematic. So I am looking forward to some awesome play of the games. Plays of the game. No, just play of the game. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Matchmaking improvement. Obviously they're going to be doing that all the time, just making it better, like socially and competitively, that you're with people who are maybe only slightly better than you, so you can improve your game without feeling like you're getting absolutely robbed. Like many times I've played a couple of games in competitive at like 50 or whatever, and then you just get a team that's like 75, and you're like, how did it put me in a group with these people? Let's carry on looking. Overtime improvements, more competitive points and rewards, so Season 2 will just be a far better season for competitive, where you're getting more rewards and stuff, and you feel like you're actually accomplishing something, especially with these games that are like half an hour long. Now we've got a little bit about progression system improvements and cosmetic selection in-game, just so you can kind of have random poses and random highlights on your character, especially good for if you've unlocked everything for the character, and or if there's someone in the lobby who has the exact same stuff as you and you want to differentiate yourself a little bit. I think it would be nice to be able to customize your character in the pre-game lobby. When you're choosing your character, you can choose your character, then you can either randomize your clothes or you can pick which outfit you want. I think it's a neat little feature that would actually be quite nice for a lot of people, just a little extra something there for you. We've got more animated shorts on the way. Obviously everyone loves them. I've watched them all about 6 times each, loving them. I'd like them to be in the game, which is what they're saying here. Characters' backstories in game, so it might not be the animations, but you'll be able to read up about them and know a little bit more about them in the game without having to go to YouTube or any of these external websites. Weekly brawl improvement, hero language options, these are all standard things that they're obviously going to be working on to make the game better for a broader audience. An interesting one here, it says 3-round burst gun. Kaplan said he'd love to put a burst fire gun in the game at some stage, similar to the M16 from Modern Warfare 2. Lucio's actually got kind of a burst fire gun, but it's not kind of a gun, it's like a sound blaster, so to have an actual gun would be quite interesting, and if it was along the vein of the M16 from Modern Warfare 2, we'd be looking at a new kind of Soldier 76 coming in, which could be quite cool, like a more complicated version of him. Would be rather neat. So that's about it for the future of Overwatch at this moment in time, all the rumours that we know and stuff like that. As I said, if you want to know about the immediate things like the character, have a look for the Sombra videos. I was going to do a Sombra video, but I don't want to take the credit for all this work that people have done, like cracking these codes and stuff. There's some great videos out there that just have the whole story, so go and check that out if you want to see a little insight to the new character. As for the maps, we've had no real news or images out yet, but it should be within this month that we do see at least some images of it, or maybe it's actually released this month along with the new skins. Thanks for watching.